We are at $100,000 Bitcoin. And first off, I just want to congratulate everyone that's been following us throughout the years. Guys, you've killed it. It's amazing to see like all of the messages that I'm getting, personal messages, messages on learningcrypto.com of people just thankful from us guiding them. And it's really an honor to experience this. So I want to share with you where we are going. Okay, now that we've hit $100,000, where are we going with Bitcoin and the alts? You're definitely going to want to hear this because I hope that you're going to get a lot out of it. So let me go back in history. 4 years ago, Bitcoin hit $10,000, just around this time. Now, let me go back to the last bull market. This time 2 years ago, the low of the cycle from FTX collapse was in around 15,500. If you remember, we were screaming saying, buy, buy, buy. This is an incredible buying opportunity because I could see the collapse of all the lending platforms that happened. They drug down the price, I think about 27%, right? And then once the FTX happened, the price I think dropped under 27%. And the reason why I said it was a huge buying opportunity is because bears were having the law of diminishing returns. Pretty much the worst was over. You could see it, the percentage, even though FTX was bigger than the lending platforms going down, it still didn't drag the price down as much as the lending platforms, which is crazy. And so that is why we were saying that. We got so much crap and hate for people saying, oh, you're an idiot, it's gonna go to 10,000, 9,000, and we're like, I don't care, I'm just buying. But before I begin to tell you where we're heading, we have to know where we have been. This is a great tweet from Ron Paul. He says, 1913, the year that led to today's economic torture. Both the income tax and the Fed were created that year. And if you've been following us for a long time, you will know exactly that fact right there. Schools won't teach you that. He also goes on to say the income tax made everyone's earnings property of the US government first. What the government allows people to keep is then relentlessly stolen by the Federal Reserve's inflation. He's right. So I know all of you have heard of Ron Paul. He's not some crazy guy, right? He's been spot on. So if you've been following me since 2020, you will know that I'm very adamant on ending the Federal Reserve, first off, and that's the only way to save the United States. If you don't get rid of the Federal Reserve, the United States is screwed, okay? Just letting you know, I don't care who's elected, they have to do that. Now, here's the thing. Let's go back to 2017 bull market right here. After making it above $10,000, this is Tony the Bull on Twitter. Now, this is a very controversial tweet here. It's going to get a lot of hate. We need to listen to all angles out there, okay? Not just the bullish ones. He is bullish, but listen. Now, he says, once again, in 2017, the right-hand side of this chart that I'm showing you right now, after making it above $10,000, there was only 2 weeks left until the peak, and price nearly doubled during that time. Today, we are flirting with an extra zero at 100,000, a key psychological level. And it's so psychological. If you want to check out my tweet today, where I pretty much said at Sir Crypto Tips, I say that, you know, every single news outlet, mainstream news outlet in the world is going to be covering Bitcoin now, now that it's reached $100,000. So what does that mean? It means, excuse this, I'm not trying to cut down anybody, but it's dumb money getting involved with Bitcoin now. What that means, it's pretty much people that don't understand Bitcoin and they're just caught up in the hype. They're caught up in the height of price. And that's the wrong way to do it. Obviously, we teach you exactly how to invest at learningcrypto.com. His next paragraph says, the top is near. I don't think we're 2 weeks away, but I do think it's possible that there are only 2 months left. Okay, so now that's the argument for the most bearish case pretty much for Bitcoin. And now keep in mind, he's not being bearish here. I remember back when we reached $10,000 and went to $20,000. I literally couldn't believe my eyes of what alts were doing back then. Like, it was incredible. I I'd wake up and I go, oh my gosh, this thing's up 90% again. Oh, this is up 250% again. And then the next day it's 150%. This is what we can expect. So it's not bearish that this guy's saying that there's going to be maybe 2 months left. It's just being real and understanding that the market could absolutely fly. Okay, so that doesn't mean it's going to be bearish at all. Okay, so now here's my thoughts where I'm gonna place a little bit of speed bumps into his synopsis. Okay, so Trump's crypto advisory council expected to set up promised Bitcoin reserves. This is according to Reuters. This is yesterday's news. So with this said, 1 million Bitcoin over, I think 5 years, 200,000 Bitcoin a year, that could really put a monkey wrench into a shorter term, last phase that we're in my opinion. So that means like the other videos that I've discussed, we could go into more than 170 days rising Bitcoin and rising alts as well. So that's one thing. Also, the Financial Times says fiduciaries. Okay, Financial Times say that fiduciaries. God. Financial Times say fiduciaries are increasing pressure to consider crypto exposure part of a modern portfolio. So, man, like here's the thing as well. The higher the market cap goes, so the more these guys buy, the more that the price rises. I think the less volatile we're actually going to become. So I remember back when I was first buying Bitcoin, I remember buying it one time at $90 and then it went to $1,150 and it crashed back down to 200 something dollars. And that's a crazy amount of volatility. That happened within like hardly any time, in a couple months, right? So this is a type of things that I don't think is going to happen anymore in Bitcoin, the more exposure it gets to financial institutions. But, let me know what you think. Bitcoin is going to rise like this obelisk back of me right there. And that is what to expect. But if you think this obelisk is big, wait till you see some of these altcoins that we've been buying since the bear market, especially the AI coins, as I've discussed earlier in earlier videos, sharing you stories about why I really think AI is going to be a crazy narrative. But yeah, let me know what you think. Check out learningcrypto.com and enjoy Rome. Yeah, we're back from Venice. Enjoy Rome. Talk to you soon.